Welcome back to our channel. I thought I would take a few minutes here to explain how we remove lettering, kind of roughly what we charge, and then how our shop is set up to accommodate and make it easier for us. The tools we use for the job would be a heat gun, just one off of Amazon, nothing fancy. We just like orange, so that's why it's orange. And then we use a little chisel here that's got a little edge to it. So what we do, heat the vinyl up till it gets a little hot to the touch, work on an edge, and then pull it up. So I'll show you here. Now that I've got the first couple of letters off, you can kind of see that I heat up, I work on a corner, and when I'm pulling, I pull slowly. I don't pull quickly. I'm pulling slowly because the adhesive is still stuck on there pretty good, so the slower you pull, the better chance or better opportunity for it not to tear. So the key there is go slow, which ends up going faster. Now that we are done removing the lettering, we use a product called Autotech. This removes the adhesive. So what we do, we'll typically put gloves on to protect our hands from the chemicals. Not that it's super bad, but you just never know. What we do is typically just spray on, cover the area that we removed, and then let it sit for, a couple minutes. What I don't like is that when you spray it on, you get all this stuff running down. So I like to clean up and not let the stuff run down past where it really should be at. This chemical is not great for paint. I can spray it on, it'll get the adhesive off, but I don't really want to leave it on there for an extended period, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. So I want to try and get rid of the places so it doesn't get into these little crooks down here onto the door, stuff like that. So I'm constantly just trying to clean the bottom. And what I'm looking for here is, I'm looking for the adhesive to start beating up, to become waterlogged if you want to say. Once it gets to that point, then it's pretty easy just to rub it off. But if I do it too quickly, I'm just pretty much wasting my time, wasting product. This stuff is not cheap. I think it's around $35 a bottle. And the bottle will last you, they could probably do 75 of these vehicles like this. So it'll last a long time, but as long as you're not spraying on a ton of it. So then, once I see it's beating up, kind of using a circular motion just to remove the adhesive. And then there's one trick most people won't tell you, but you take like a clean part of your rag here, rub it up against a really dirty part, get some dirt on here. You can rub the dirt on here and it will show you if there's any adhesive left, because the adhesive will attach to the dirt, it will show. So I don't have any, but next step would be cleaning. All right, next step, I'm gonna use a mixture of baby shampoo and water, mostly water, and I'm just going to spray this area down really thick, lay it on pretty thick. And I don't care if this stuff runs, it's not gonna damage anything. Let that sit there for 5-10 seconds. Then I'm going to go through the microfiber towel and clean up pretty much the whole door. I'm going to clean all these areas that the adhesive remover got into. I'll go back through and open this door and then clean the bottom there. And then since I had adhesive remover on there, I kind of go through again and try to get any little bit. Basically this stuff neutralizes the adhesive remover, removes it, and then we'll come through with the alcohol to do a final cleaning. So on the alcohol, just pour a bunch on here, kind of thick, and work that into the area that we're putting, either the area we cleaned up or the area we're going to install. Just kind of both in this situation. We're putting a logo here and DOT here. And then typically I will go and do the other side, let this sit for a while and let it dry. All right, so for this type of job, we typically charge around $88 an hour, which seems high, but we look at it the fact that the customer can easily remove lettering. It's not a job that has a high skill level, just has patience and has the time. So if it's something that they gawk at and don't like, we always suggest you can remove it. Here's how you do it. It's not a hard job, just a tedious job. And any of your staff could really do it. So a couple things about our shop is around our shop, we built this shop. So every outlet that comes down from up above is on its own circuit. So there's 8 different ones in here, and I can plug in and someone else can plug in, and we can be removing both sides, or we can be removing both sides off of 2 vehicles at the same time. We're not going to blow any breakers. So it's something to think about when you are setting up your shop. Maybe put in a couple extra circuits for places that you might be removing lettering. Another thing to keep in mind is we do not quote any removal jobs. Like for example, this one is not something we put on. Customer wants us to put their actual logo on, so we're removing it, but we don't, you know, when you're not putting it, if you didn't put it on before, you have no idea how long it's been on, you don't know what kind of vinyl they use, so we give them a rough estimate. We probably told them an hour to 2 hours on this, and I'm probably at about 45 minutes for both sides. So we try, and we just charge every quarter of the hour, so this one, for example, would be $66 for them for removal. So I would never quote a job for removal. Give them a rough estimate, and if you get into it and you told them 1 to 3 hours and you think it's now 4 to 5, I would stop immediately and update the customer. So it's just something to keep in mind. They're very tricky to price ahead of time. We used to say one of us would come up with an hour range, an hour time, and we would stick to that time, and sometimes it took us an hour and sometimes it took us 2, so the last hour we ate. We didn't charge them for it. So we've stopped that, and we've kind of moved to just giving them a range and telling them that we just charge exactly how much time it takes. Thanks for taking some time to watch this. If there's any questions you have, leave them below. Otherwise, like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Well, in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like when it's done.